pessoal, tudo legal? Jogo aqui e bem-vindos a mais um vídeo. E dessa vez trazendo Jurassic Park The Game. Mais uma vez.
Oh, thank goodness you're safe. After we lost contact, I was worried something had happened to you.
Eu tô começando aqui da onde a gente terminou antes.
I'll bet. Systems are down all over the damn park. Dinosaurs are running free. Bring the kids, fun for all. Hey, don't worry, kid. We're fairly geographically cut off from the rest of the island out here. Nothing but herbivores around these parts. What's going on here?
There were some complications.
Who are you?
Pleased to meet you, Dr. Sorkin. InGen hired us to get everyone off this island. I'm Billy Yoder, and this is...
Look, let's just get this out of the way. I'm not going anywhere. This part of the island is pretty remote and is a long way from the predators. I'm perfectly safe, and I don't need saving.
That's not a good idea, ma'am.
But, since you're here, what you can do is start loading the stacks of bureaucratic InGen paperwork that's taking up valuable
ela não vai sair
space.
dali porque ali é um lugar que só tem animais herbívoros.
Listen, lady, we don't have time for this. You either get in the helicopter peacefully, or I will personally knock you out, put you in cuffs, and throw you in!
You lay one hand on me and I will have you so ass-deep in litigation that you'll be reading legal text for a decade.
Nossa.
Yeah, you know what? If it'll help us get off this island faster, we'll move your boxes. Where are they?
Over there, at the loading dock.
Ela falou que se ele encostar uma mão nela, até os netos dele vai lá ser torto.
Can I help?
Sure, why the hell not?
Well, geez, don't be so excited about it.
Yeah, you're right. This is a big deal. I should be throwing a box-moving party.
Thanks for coming to rescue us.
It's what I do.
That and moving people's stuff around.
I could use a few good marks in my employee file. It's been a rough year.
I know, right? I almost got suspended for skipping class too much. Mom would have killed me.
Well, we all got problems. Are you serious?
What? I'm taking a break.
Good idea. Don't want you to strain yourself.
So what's the deal? Why didn't you tell Dr. Sorkin why it's so important to get off this island?
Trust me, if we bully that one, she's gonna cause problems.
So what do we do?
Simple. Charm her. Look, all I need to do is get some information on this woman. Dig into her past. Find out what makes her tick. I'm sure if I say enough of the right things, she'll practically think getting off the island was her idea in the first place.
Isso que ele vai quer achar documentos sobre essa mulher.
Okay.
I'm not moving these things. They look like they weigh a ton.
I think Dr. Sorkin said we're only supposed to move file boxes.
Oh, yeah. Well, good. So, who feels like carrying these boxes back to the helicopter? Me neither.
Ele perguntou quem é que tá afim de pegar essas caixas pra levar pro helicóptero e ninguém falou nada. Aí ele falou, eu também não.
Like a barrel of wet dog hair.
I know, right? I don't get why dinosaurs eat that stuff.
Nossa, daí é comer dinossauro que cheira cocô de cachorro.
Wait here. I'm gonna go talk to Sorkin.
What should I do?
You wanna help? See if you can dig up anything interesting on our friend Dr. Sorkin in those file boxes.
Cool.
I mean, what was Hammond thinking? The man continually ignored the warnings of his own scientists over marketing people, shareholders, everyone. A disaster like this was inevitable. So that girl is your daughter?
Yeah, my youngest, Jess, 14. Hard to believe.
And her mother?
Remarried. It's for the best.
You know, Doc, I saw some bites like that on one of my men back at the visitor center.
Mr.
Call me Billy.
Mr. Yoder, would you please tend to the InGen files like we discussed?
Yes, ma'am. Hey, you know who our prisoner is? Because no one else seems to.
Well, I've never seen her on the island before. I don't recognize her as someone who works for InGen. But I don't know everyone, so it's possible.
Why have I never seen this? I thought I knew every dino on this island. I wonder what the outside world's gonna think of all this. The government of Costa Rica will certainly have to think twice about InGen's presence here.
Well, you're assuming the outside world will ever hear of it. The confidentiality agreements we signed are ironclad, and InGen's lawyers can be awfully intimidating.
Vamos ver o que ela achou.
What'd you find out?
Então, o que
Looks like Dr. Sorkin wanted to turn this place into a dinosaur preserve instead of an amusement park.
And InGen didn't go for it, huh?
Ela queria transformar essa ilha em um parque.
So Dr. Sorkin has a weakness
lugar de
for
dinossauro, só
preserving
pra dinossauro, não
wildlife.
em um parque.
Good to know. Hey, Oscar, was there any dirt on Dr. Sorkin in the mission briefing? If I'm gonna have to use the old Yoder charm, I'll need some intel.
Big-time protester in the 70s. Lots of animal rights crap. Handful of arrests for it. All of her InGen-related history is classified. Said to expect her to be a pain in the ass.
Ai, ele achou que ela fosse um pé na
Between the
lua.
lines.
Are you gonna do any work around here? What are we, union now? How the hell does Dr. Sorkin think we're gonna load all this crap into the chopper?
Dunno, but you better do it if you want to get on a good side.
Okay. Well, thanks. You've been a great help. If you want to tag along with us, that's cool. Just give Oscar his space. He doesn't do very good with kids. Or adults. Or animals. Come to think of it, he doesn't do very good with anybody. Just stay out of his way. So, Sorkin.
Hippie type. Got arrested a bunch protesting for animal rights.
So, Sorkin.
Hippie type. Got arrested a bunch protesting for animal rights.
So, Sorkin.
Hippie type. Got arrested a bunch protesting for animal rights.
Ah, tá.
Oh, that's a lot of rejected dino preserve proposals.
Yep.
I gotta hand it to the lady. She don't give up easy.
Ele tá querendo salvar a doutora Sorkin, só que, sério, se fosse ele, eu deixava ela ir, já que ela não quer
he
ir.
actually told me it doesn't matter that we have dinosaurs from the Jurassic and Triassic ages living together, as long as it's exciting. Moron. I'm interested in hearing more about her symptoms.
Well, like a...
Hey, Doc, you got a pharmacy inside? It's gonna be a long flight back if we don't get this prisoner either elated or sedated.
She seems harmless enough now, and she's adequately secured. Are you afraid she's gonna beat you up?
Well, I do have a history of women wanting to get their hands on me.
I know that you're angry and scared, and you've got to be exhausted. What's so...
I hate to interrupt, ma'am, but I really think we need to be going.
I'm afraid I can't, Mr. Yoder. Someone needs to tend to the dinosaurs during this disaster.
I'm sorry, Dr. Sorkin, but InGen wants all survivors back on the mainland as soon as possible. No exceptions.
Why can't it wait?
Look, Dr. Sorkin, we already caught one unauthorized trespasser. Who knows who else is on the island? Your life may be in danger.
I'll take my chances, thank you.
Nossa. O que irá te convencer?
Wouldn't this place be better off as some kind of dinosaur preserve? I mean, it's kind of stupid to treat these creatures like they're in some kind of circus, right?
Huh. You have a point. But as long as John Hammond is in charge, the animals are gonna need me here to ensure that they're treated with respect.
Oxe.
Someone needs to speak to the board about protecting these dinosaurs. You believe in animal rights, don't you? Wouldn't you put your neck on the line for them?
Well, obviously that's true. But as long as John Hammond is in charge, the animals are going to need me here to ensure that they're treated with respect.
Listen, Hammond really made a mess of this place. You have no idea. There's no hiding his incompetence after this disaster.
You're absolutely right, Mr. Yoder. But none of this matters if the board of directors...
I'm not supposed to say this, but I heard the board is going to hold an emergency meeting about, you know, new leadership. If you were there, you could act as a witness to the events that took place here. They'd have to listen to you.
That's true. I hate to admit it, Mr. Yoder, but perhaps you're right.
And our orders also mention an assistant?
David. Yes. I'm afraid David won't be coming back with us. He told him to stay away from the quarantine.
Oh, Dr. Sorkin, I'm so sorry.
Thank you. Now, before we go, I have some work in the lab that must be completed first. Dr. Harding, perhaps you and your daughter would like to assist me. I've been working on a cure for one of our dinosaurs' nastier genetic disorders.
Oh? Which one?
It's dietary. Right up your alley. Dr. Harding, we've done it.
And what exactly have we done?
Reverse the lysine contingency, of course.
Wait, what?
What's that?
InGen, Henry Wu, added a gene to the dinosaurs that makes them dependent on supplements of an amino acid called lysine. Without their weekly doses, they'll all die off.
You cannot give that to the dinosaurs. They need to be contained. If any of them get off the island...
Okay, listen. I've been working with the Parasaur's behavioral program for months now. If I go back to the mainland to fight for this place, they'll all be dead before I can get back, along with all of my research.
Parasaurs?
Parasaurolophus. They're herbivores, generally safe.
Let me give the solution to them, to see if it even works.
How many are we talking about?
Why don't you come out with me? See how much progress we've made with them.
Can we, Dad?
Vamos ver.
Fine. We'll go.
Cool.
A gente vai para a jaula de Parasaurolophus. Carregando.
I'm glad to finally have you out here, Dr. Harding, despite the circumstances. We've been doing some very interesting work with our parasaurs. Behavioral communication experiments.
You've interpreted their calls.
Some of them. And I plan to use that to get them out of the pen.
Out?
Well, I'm not going to treat their water with them still in there.
How do we know there aren't any bad dinosaurs around?
Trust me, sweetie. If there were any predators, we'd know. See that one? She's the lookout. She'll stand guard while the others graze. If there were any predators in the vicinity, she'd be nervous and emitting a danger call. But she's not. She's calm. Jerry, you can activate the speakers from there. Jess and I will set the various parasaur sounds that play through them.
Dad, it's okay. I mean, it's safe, right?
The parasaurs will warn us of trouble before it gets close.
Stay with Dr. Sorkin.
Ela diz que se houver algum problema, os Parasaurolophus vão avisar antes que eles cheguem perto. Então... Então vamos ver o que a gente vai fazer aqui.
Okay, let's move some dinos.
We can't just shoo the animals out, but we should be able to manipulate them into moving using their own sounds.
Cool.
These speakers on the west side of the pen can be set to play a parasaur food call that will attract the hungry dinos. The speakers on the east control the mating sounds that will attract the more, amorous dinosaur.
What about the big set of speakers in the middle of the pen?
Ah, those emit the danger call. The parasaurs will instinctively move away from it.
So basically, we can herd the dinosaurs out of this pen using the speakers and their sounds.
Será?
How do I turn on the speakers?
I'll have to tell your dad to do it when we're ready. Dr. Harding?
Yeah?
I need you to activate the east side speakers, please.
East side. Okay.
So, what happened to your assistant?
Let's not talk about that right now.
Well, did you work with him long?
It doesn't matter.
Oh.
Listen, he was a wonderful young man. And I am sad. I really am. But if I let that stop my work, then all these animals will die too, trapped behind the walls that we built. You understand?
Você não tem tempo para que serve isso.
Dr. Harding?
Yeah?
Activate the danger speakers.
Eu acho. Ah, beleza, já entendi já.
Finally! Go forth and multiply.
You're pretty good at this. Maybe you'll be a behavioral scientist someday.
Maybe I will.
Tá, vamos.
Dr. Harding?
Yeah?
East side speakers again.
Leste. Esse aqui é complicado. Deixa eu ver se aqui vai dar.
Dr. Harding?
Yeah?
West side speakers, please.
Don't take this the wrong way, but isn't this kind of pointless? They're just gonna be eaten anyway, right?
Some will, yes. But others will adapt, find places to inhabit, mate, and carry on the species. A much better fate than being massacred in this pen.
But they can't mate. Dad said the dinosaurs on the island are all girls.
Well, you can never be 100% sure about something like that.
Vou colocar. Essas musiquinhas do jogo é legal, cara.
Dr. Harding?
Yeah?
Falante.
Activate the danger speakers.
How come that one never moved?
That one stands guard to make sure all the others are safe.
Even when there's a danger call?
The lookout's the one that makes the danger call. When there are predators around, she'll stand her ground, drawing attention away from the other dinos.
Sim. Cara, tá muito complicado.
Dr. Harding?
Yeah?
Sério, ainda não entendi o que eu tenho que fazer.
Activate the danger speakers.
Vou colocar esse aqui.
Dr. Harding?
Yeah?
Activate the danger speakers.
Vamos lá. Pô, que merda, não tá dando certo. Peraí, vamos ver isso aqui. Vamos acionar. E agora, será que eu consigo?
If we want to move the dinosaurs forward, we might need to give them a good scare from behind.
Oh, we can use the danger call.
Good thinking.
Nossa senhora, como se eu não estivesse fazendo isso.
Dr. Harding?
Yeah?
West side speakers, please.
Vamos ver. Dá certo, por favor. Caramba! Tá muito complicado. Não tô entendendo o que tem que fazer. Ó, eu vou pedir pra...
Dr. Harding?
Sério? Acho que eu vou dar um pause agora.
West side speakers, please.
So I heard you were like a hippie protester or something in the 70s.
Where'd you hear that?
From Yoder.
The 70s were a tumultuous time. I fought for what I believed in, and sometimes it gets you arrested.
You were arrested? And you still got a job as a, you know, scientist?
Paleogeneticist. And yes, youth is the time to be reckless and test your boundaries. It's how you learn what's important to you.
Pelo amor de Deus, né?
Dr. Harding?
Yeah?
Activate the danger speakers.
Aí, rapaz.
That's it. They're out.
Good job, Jess.
Ah, this is why she was elected to be the lookout. What's wrong with her foot?
It's a broken toe. Feel free to have a look. I just have to do one more thing, and then we can leave.
Lysine.
If the dinosaurs are to have a fighting chance, they'll need this solution to survive.
I'm still not sure.
Jerry, this is my life's work. These are basically my children. I'm not gonna let these creatures die because some bureaucrat can't stand losing control. They deserve their own lives.
Jess.
Dr. Sorkin?
Laura.
Laura, what's lysine?
InGen, Henry Wu, added a gene to the dinosaurs that makes them dependent on supplements of an amino acid called lysine. Without their weekly doses, they'll all die off.
A lisina é um negócio que se você não dá semanalmente para os dinossauros, eles morrem.
Then today should be very educational. The solution we were creating at the lab will reverse this scenario, allowing the animals to live out their natural lifespan. We just need to get it into the main water supply.
Okay, that should be easy, right?
This is a big responsibility, Jess.
I can handle it, Dr. Sorkin. I mean Laura.
Okay, Jess, let's get started.
I'm telling you,
Mas
man,
então é isso, galera.
almost made me
Se você
swear
gostar do
Chinese
vídeo, não
food
gostei, se
forever.
gostar bastante, se
Yeah,
inscreva.
right.
Não,
I've never seen you
fiz errado.
refuse
Se você
an
gostar do vídeo, não
egg
gostei, se gostar bastante,
I
favorita.
said
Se inscreva, que ajuda
almost.
bastante
My game
mesmo.
is hot.
Que ajuda
You remember
bastante
the
o canal
girl with the
também.
blonde hair,
E
red scarf,
é isso aí.
what was her name?
Vamos esperar até o próximo episódio.
Oh,
Então,
you
valeu.
remember her? She was the one that
Falou,
was
falou,
wearing
valeu. Um abraço.
You hear that?